Okay, abusia be ma kwa ba sonko so e de ba POG Media. So yembonra eye yensem mu no. Eye Aban Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament a order eye police to arrest eye sa 4 NPP MPs na. Omo cause sa chaos no during the vet na abusia enye asem keto akana asema Aban Bagbin de to no o say e say investigations a omoba beye afasa chaos na ekoso ewo vet na se na saa omo for MPs no omo mu bia no omo ma omo mfa omo hundi na eba omo salary a omo nsanka omo salary na bibi biara nso omo se ni bia no omo beto enye states NHS ebebo saa aka na busu amom yenko na yenkonkuti na ni nyina gina Addo Dompreh so abusua Addo Dompreh ne de na so ayese papa ono na ayese olidi sa chaos na sisia no police for abanakche a enye easy ansa na ebeko no wo ensem kan bi afa share your comment section like na share ma afro so ensa into me enkebi aha POG Media so medawas.
For those who missed the chaos or probably went to bed very early on Thursday night, that was just to give you an idea of what happened, which has been described as the shame of this 9th Parliament and essentially the blot on our democracy. That is what got the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Akroma for Bagbin, to suspend 4 members of Parliament after that chaotic incident during the Thursday night appointment committee sitting. Now, tensions flared as we've seen, and we're showing you right now, when the minority demanded a rescheduling of the vetting to yesterday, Friday, January 31, arguing that the day's proceedings had been disrupted. The majority firmly opposed that request, insisting the vetting continues as planned. That disagreement escalated into the chaos, with some minority members resorting to breaking the table there, microphones being destroyed in an attempt to prevent any further sitting or vetting that night. Now, the suspension of Nelson Dapia-Mekpo, Frank Addo Dompreh, Al-Hassan Suleimana Tampoli, and Jerry Ahmed Shaib, that's yesterday by the Speaker, for 2 weeks. They'll be barred from entering Parliament until further notice. In fact, the police investigation has been ordered, and the Parliamentary Committee will investigate the matter, with findings due in 2 weeks. The suspended MPs will also bear the costs of the damages deducted from their salaries. That is, if after investigations, whoever is found culpable there. The Speaker has assured the public, all of us, that Parliament is committed to upholding some integrity in the midst of everything. But this morning, the conversation we're having is, after this, what you are seeing right now, what's your own view and assessment of the Appointments Committee's work? And yesterday, the minority boycotted about 6 vetting sessions because of a matter that the minority leader, Alexander MP-A.Markins, raised, which we will get into this morning as well. But stay with us here on Key Point. This matter is of serious concern to us because on Key Point, it's the key issues that are of concern to you that we talk about in the interest of you and I, the Ghanaian people. The controversial political activist Oliver Bawumia was before the Appointments Committee as well this week. He is not an appointee or a nominee, but he had some time with the Appointments Committee. He apologized to that committee for accusing them of demanding money, bribes from ministerial nominees before granting their approval after being vetted. Well, there are many who are saying that beyond this apology, Parliament should be concerned, just like what the Speaker has done right now, Parliament should be concerned beyond just his apology to institute some form of investigation into this, because this is not the first time this appointments committee is being accused of bribery. And some have made reference to their conduct to justify why there should be an investigation beyond just apology. Because the first two times that this committee was accused of bribery, it was by their own members of parliament. It is only this time that someone outside of parliament is accusing this committee of bribery. So, would they consider that? It's a conversation that we'll have this morning here on Key Point. So, stay with us.
This report with findings and recommendations within 10 days from today. Any member found culpable shall face the appropriate disciplinary actions as prescribed by the Constitution 1992, the Parliament Act of 1965, and the Standing Orders of Parliament. This does not absolve the chairman of the Appointments Committee from performing his duty under Order 268, Rule 3, pursuant of Section 10 of the Parliamentary Service Act 1993, Act 460. I direct the Clerk to Parliament to cause to be undertaken a full assessment of all damage caused within the committee room and parliamentary presence as a result of the misconduct of the members. Not a single peso of public funds shall be used to repair or replace any damaged property. Instead, members found responsible shall be surcharged for the full cost of repairs and replacement. In pursuance of the provisions of the Constitution 1992 and the Standing Orders of Parliament, I further direct the Clerk to Parliament to formally lodge a complaint with the Ghana Police Service to conduct a full criminal investigation into the matter for appropriate action. Consequently, the following members are suspended from the sittings of Parliament for 2 weeks from today. 1 and 2, the two chief whips, in the presence of Mr. Roxon Nelson Eche, Kwame Dafiemapo, and Mr. Frank Ano Dompreh. 3, Mr. Alasan Suleimana Tampuli. And 4, Mr. Jerry Ahmed Shaib. As a matter of urgency, and to set up the Standing Orders Committee to reconsider a revision of the rules for the assessment of nominees for the consideration and approval by the House.
Well, so that what you saw Frank Ano Dompreh leaving the chamber there after the Speaker of Parliament issued those emergency measures ordered and the suspension of those 4. Now, this is it. These are the measures outlined by the Speaker yesterday. A 7-member committee to investigate and submit findings within 10 days. Clerk to Parliament to assess damages, and MPs responsible will bear the cost. They will bear the cost of the destruction that we saw. And the clerk to Parliament has been directed to file a complaint with the Ghana Police Service for further investigation. Committee of selection, they're going to restructure the appointments committee and revise rules for nominee assessments. And this is also one that has been pointed as a major issue. The rules for the assessment, the vetting of nominees. Those rules must be clearly stated so that, as we have seen, you have one vetting taking 6 hours and over, as we saw in the case of Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, and 5 hours with Sam George, and then 8 minutes for the Greater Accra Regional Minister designate. Some say even 5 minutes if you take out the introduction and everything that went on. So there must be rules. In fact, there's always been rules. At least this week, the Speaker reiterated that. But why is it the case? And it appears that some of you say, look, this whole vetting has become a charade. The committee members, they know who they want to grill, quote unquote, and they know who they want to just pass without asking questions. But is that really what it is all about? When you're going for a job interview to serve the nation, it appears that there's one nominee that the committee will say, you know, we want to squeeze this person, and the others, we will spend 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and then discharge them, or even less. Why is that? How come the rules don't apply? We'll find out. Also, the 4 MPs that have been suspended, we do know them. These are the MPs. And we'll have a conversation on this. But aside from everything they are going to be subjected to, in terms of the suspension, they're also going to bear the cost. That's after investigation. Those we saw raising the table, breaking it, destroying the microphones, there are videos for the police or the committee that the Speaker has set us to be able to assess. We have some of the videos as well. We can help them with it. But take a look at this. Well, so, and this and other videos I'll be showing you as we go on here on Key Point. But if you're joining us, welcome. Joining me in the studio is a former General Secretary of the NPP and also now a senior advisor to Alan Chamantain in the 2024 elections. That's Nana Oheninto. Nana, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Alfred.
It's good to have you, as always. Let me also welcome Madame Susan Edu Amankwa, Executive Secretary, National Interest Movement. Madam, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you. Happy New Year. This is the first time I'm seeing you this year. Nana, I've seen him this year already.
Really happy with him.
Fantastic. This is your first time on the show, is it not?
Yes.
Great. Welcome.
Thank you.
Super. Also joining us is Martin Pebu. He's a private legal practitioner, He is a member of the Operation Recover All Loot preparatory team. Oral. Council, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, Mr. Kansi. It's good to be here once again, you know. Ghana's most watched show, right? 17 months and counting. Yeah, we are number one. We've been topping the charts for 17 months and counting. Yeah, so we should be happy. We're doing a good job here. That's how democracy would thrive. That citizens are allowed to speak their minds. Of course, we are also careful of the boundaries that the law has put in place. So we should be very happy. So once again, of course, before I greet Gamanche, Kentucky Teku through the second, today I want to start with Minta Kando and the other farmers of Ghana. You know, Minta Kando's vetting. Turned out that he's a big farmer, right? Yes, that touched my heart. Yeah, so Honorable Minta Kando, yes, shout outs to you. Good morning. May you continue to farm more and more. May your farms triple, because I say he's doing 5,000 acres of rice. Yeah, this year, 5,000 acres. Because you see, the point is that the way unemployment is a big problem in Ghana, now we are at 14.7, right? By the time the NDC were leaving, they say it was 8 point something. But right now, the figure we are dealing with now is 14.7 by the Ghana Statistical Service. So, but we have no reason to be hungry. We have no reason to continue to import food. You remember when Akuffo was coming, the reason we voted for him? So you will change the structure of the economy. Akuffo and Bawumia will no longer do so much importation, right? We're going to farm here. We're going to do so much here locally. And yet, by the time they were leaving, what's the verdict? Everything is increased. I mean, most of them. So my point is that if an MP farms this much, we should laud him, and everything should be done to support people like this so that they can create more jobs. And you remember also the President of the Republic, JM himself, soon after the elections, he went to his farm, and then there was a video on social media. You remember before the election, one of the things I had said was that, for 8 years, I'd never seen Akuffo on a farm. I'd never seen Bawumia on a farm. And that was a big minus, especially for Bawumia, who comes from the north, where generally it's said that, oh, a lot of people farm. Yeah, I have relations, people who have been retired, etc., who are still farming. Okay. You see, so let's continue to shout, allow people like Minta Kando and others who are farmers so that they can continue and increase their prospects, so that more youth can get employment, and so we'll reduce unemployment. Right. So once again, good morning again to Kentucky Teku through the second, Gamanche. That's the Commander General for the matter of justice in the Sicily Adapa matter. Good morning to former Chief Justice of Akuffo, and also good morning to Dompreh&4. Of course, let's not forget to remind Auditor General Johnson Equiamwe that the 52.5 billion matter, we need to get to the bottom of it. The 52.5 billion that left GCB Bank and went to unknown sources, we need to get to the bottom of that matter. That money is a lot more than what we borrowed from the IMF. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Council. Thank you very much. But with the preparatory team's work, will any loot so-called?
Oh yes. That one is there are low-hanging fruits that you see that even at this preparatory stage, as you mentioned, we don't have the mandate to do vigorous investigations and prosecution, right? We are just gathering evidence. And even at this gathering stage, you see that based on some of the petitions that we saw, straight away we reported to the police and national security, and they were able to take action. So you see that yesterday at Honorable
Okay, abusua we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway so eye aban Bagbin na awoda police omumbe arrest eye for NPP MPs na enye easy crash suspended MPs no eno na ye kokoti no ebada masisa moje pe ne kokoti sa odu no edemai aha POG Media so ebada mas